Welcome to Dangerous Prototypes. I'm Ian. Today we're kicking off Season 2 of the Global Geek Tour in Singapore. We're going to visit the Sim Tower and Sim Plaza and do an electronics shop in Chinatown. Later tonight, we're going to go over to the Singapore Hackerspace. We're in a mall in Singapore. It's a big mall, most of it's shopping, tourist agencies, clothes, that kind of stuff. But it has one electronics store, which is Koba Electronics behind me. And this is Kelvin's favorite electronics store. Why is it your favorite store?
Koba Electronics is very interesting. They have all sort of stuff, and every time you go in, you can find surprises, things that you never expect local electronic stores to have. Yeah, that's what I love about Koba Electronics. It's full of surprises.
And it seems pretty crowded in here.
Oh, it's very packed with things, crammed in a very small area.
And what can we expect to find in here?
You have LEDs, you have your resistors, and some of the very small connectors that you don't get, you don't see in a local electronic stores. Yeah.
I just found some 24-pin diff sockets. They've got the little arm that comes up so you can pop your dip chip in, put the arm down and it locks, pop it up and pull your dip chip out. That saves a lot of pins from breaking when you're popping a chip in and out to program it and stuff. Really like these.
This is the 3-color RGB tub. They are selling at 550 Sing each. Right.
And that's about $4. This is an incredibly cramped store. I think this is the tightest space I've ever seen packed with electronics. There's no space that's not used. Up there we've got measurement and test equipment up on the shelf. There's just walls of parts everywhere, most of them in bags and bundles. This is something really cool that I've never seen before. These strips of parts sealed into plastic. You just cut off one when you want it. They've got all sorts of stuff like this. They've got vacuum tubes, switches, connectors, headphones, buttons. It's amazing. It's a great way to store electronics and sell electronics and display them. It's a lot easier to see what you want here than, say, in a bag like that. I'm most excited about the variety. All these things are stuff that I would run down to my local shop to get if I were working on a project and didn't have them here, especially things like the milled dip sockets. You know, you need one in an odd number of pins and you just can't go and get that at your local shop. It's very claustrophobic, which I think is a good thing. It feels like you're in a wonderland of electronics. Okay, and this is a wall of LCD screens, big giant ones and regular 4x20s. This is just LCD glass without a driver chip on it. That's really cool. Of all the electronics stores we've been in before, all over the world, I think this is the first time I've seen a speaker wall. They literally have a wall full of speakers and bags, little tiny piezo speakers, giant speakers. One of the things I think is so cool is, it's self-serve. So here's all these tantalum capacitors, all the capacitors in this case, and you can just pick what you want. This is a wall of rubber belts for robots and stuff like that, all different sizes. This is something you would definitely order online. I think this is really the first time I've seen them in an actual brick-and-mortar shop before. Switches are one of my absolute favorite things to find in electronic stores. It's one of the things that's so hard to choose if you're looking at it in a catalog. It's only when you come to the store and feel it that you actually know it's the switch you want and the right switch for your project. We're going to pick up some screens and some LED matrices. So how do we buy things here?
Yeah, what you do is that you usually take a tray, just put what you want in, and then after that you will go to the counter and check the prices, and then if you want, you take it.
We picked up a few things here. This is a RGB matrix, and this seems to be some sort of giant LED in red, maybe, we're not sure, but it's cool, so we're going to pick one up. This seems to be a red and green LED matrix, and here's a small red matrix of some sort. There's no data sheet, we're not quite sure what they are, but they're really cool, and we're going to go and find out the prices on them. Our total is $10.50 for the LED blocks. That's about maybe $8 US.
They even sell magnets over here. You see, it's really, everything is everywhere, and if you can't find something you need, you should just ask them.
Our first stop at a Singapore electronics store has been a smashing success. They've got all sorts of stuff we're interested in, like RGB, LED matrices, switches, buttons. I would love to have this store in my backyard. Now on to Sim Tower for a look at some electronics wholesalers as well as a computer market.